Someone on the internet is wrong about books. Not just wrong, aggressively, personally, make it their whole personality wrong. On one side, BookTok, mostly women, reading romance novels at the speed of light, giving everything 4.5 stars, crying over fictional men who don't exist. On the other side, literary readers, also on the internet, carrying Dostoevsky like a weapon, physically pained by the existence of spicy dragon romance. And in the middle, publishing, quietly making money off both of them and saying absolutely nothing. Today, we are dissecting the most unhinged book war on the internet, a war that is technically about literature and is actually about class, misogyny, loneliness, and who gets to decide what culture is worth having. Nobody comes out of this looking good, least of all me for caring enough to make a video about it. Okay, BookTok first. BookTok is TikTok's reading community. Enormous. Got millions of people back into reading. Revived authors who were out of print. On paper, a genuinely good thing. And then you look a little closer. The terminology alone is a whole ecosystem. Spicy books, romance with explicit content. Dark romance, romance but worse things happen and people enjoy that. Romantasy, fantasy where the main plot is kissing. And trope-heavy, which the literary side uses as an insult and BookTok uses as a selling point. Simultaneously, two people arguing about whether fast food is an insult. One says it critically, the other says it like a menu recommendation. Neither is listening. And then there is the rating system. BookTok has developed what I can only describe as a 4.5-star cult. Anything below 4.5 is disappointing. Not bad, not mediocre, disappointing. Like the book personally let them down. Which means every trending book hit the emotional checklist hard enough to clear 4.5. Which means everyone reads the same books. Which means taste gets homogenized into one giant algorithm of feelings. It's the Netflix problem but for literature. Everything blurs into one long emotional highlight reel. Nothing is challenging. Everything is satisfying. You've read 40 books this year and remember none of them. Incredible achievement. Now, the literary snobs. These are people who use the phrase literary merit unironically in casual conversation. They have opinions about sentence structure. They find plot reductive. They are not having fun and they want you to know it. Their criticism goes like this. Romance is crowding out serious literature. BookTok is lowering standards. People are reading fast instead of reading well. Some of that is worth discussing, genuinely. Except they keep saying it while standing next to a quote like, "fat porn for women," which kind of undermines the literary criticism angle. GQ ran a piece arguing that being a reader has become identity performance, which is correct, and was immediately used by people who perform the identity of serious reader to dismiss people who perform the identity of enthusiastic reader. The irony is so thick you could write a literary novel about it, which nobody on BookTok would rate above 3 stars. Now the unwritten rules. My favorite part of any subculture. BookTok Unwritten Rule 1. Apologize for your reading choices before anyone asks you to. I know it's not serious literature, but nobody made you say that. You just knew you had to. Literary Reader Unwritten Rule 1. Frame all taste as objective quality while making it completely personal. I'm not judging you, I'm just saying this isn't literature. Said with the energy of someone who is absolutely judging you. Both sides built their identity around reading. Both sides use books as social currency. Both sides are performing for an audience. The difference is just which audience they picked. One signals taste through difficulty, the other through volume and emotional intensity. Both are signaling. Nobody is just quietly reading a book anymore. And underneath all of it, underneath the snark and the star ratings and the Dostoevsky flex, is the same thing. Loneliness. 90% of BookTok's core audience is women using fiction to access emotional intimacy they aren't getting in real life. Books are doing the job that human connection is failing to do. And literary readers? Using intellectual taste as class signaling because actual class markers, money, education, access, are harder to perform online. So both sides are lonely, both sides are performing, and they've decided to perform at each other instead of just admitting that reading makes them feel less alone. Very healthy community. Thriving. Okay, I need to say something that is going to make everyone in the comments angry. BookTok didn't democratize reading. It just built a new elitism with different gatekeepers. The old literary world said, read hard books or you don't count. BookTok says, read fast, feel hard, stay trendy, give it 4.5 stars, or you're out of the conversation. Different bouncer, same velvet rope. If you read slowly, you fall behind the trending cycle. If you genuinely dislike a beloved BookTok title, you get ratioed into silence. If you want to discuss craft instead of emotional response, you're a snob. The community that formed to escape gatekeeping built its own gate in under 5 years. That's actually impressive. Most institutions take decades to become what they rebelled against. BookTok did it during a pandemic. But here's the one that really hurts. The BookTok ruined reading argument is 90% misogyny wearing a turtleneck and pretending to be criticism. Romance is written mostly by women, read mostly by women. Deals primarily with emotional labor, relationships, and care. Work society has spent centuries deciding doesn't count as real work. We don't call thrillers airport porn for men. We don't tell crime fiction readers they're lowering standards. We don't write think pieces about how action novels crowd out serious literature. We do all of that to romance, specifically, consistently, and then act confused when people notice the pattern. And the third thing, the thing that makes both sides equally furious, commercial fiction is what keeps literary fiction alive. Romance novels, thrillers, BookTok darlings. They keep publishing houses solvent enough to take financial risks on difficult, uncommercial literary fiction. Literary snobs are being kept alive by the genre they're sneering at. And BookTok readers are inadvertently funding the pretentious books they get mocked for not reading. Everyone is subsidizing everyone else. Both sides are furious about it. Beautiful system. So where does that leave us? Both sides performing, both sides lonely, both sides using books as weapons against people who read slightly differently than them. The actual answer is embarrassingly simple. There is no correct way to read. Reading fast is fine. Reading slow is fine. Crying at a dragon romance is fine. Annotating Proust is fine. The problem is never what you read. The problem is when reading stops being something you do for yourself and becomes something you perform for other people's approval. Which, given that we're all watching a YouTube video about a book war on the internet, suggests we are all somewhat past that point already, including me. I did research for this video and immediately had opinions about which side was worse. I am not immune. Go read something you actually like. Don't justify the genre. Don't announce the star rating. Just read it. Revolutionary concept. Somebody should write a book about it. It would get 4.5 stars on BookTok and a 1-star review in the London Review of Books. Subscribe, or finish your book first. Actually, just read the book. Put your phone down. I mean it.